Let's be very clear from the outset. This isn't about the healthcare workers. This isn't about the people who actually do the work of healthcare in this state. This is about the multi-million-dollar lobbyists, the multi-million-dollar executives who run these multi-billion-dollar corporations who don't pay sales, real estate, and property taxes, who disguise themselves as nonprofits. Why should you care? The reason you should care, no matter what political party you're a member of, what race you're a member of, or what gender you're a member of, you should care about the massive transfer of wealth that's going on in this state from the citizens to these multi-billion-dollar nonprofits. You should care about that. You should also care when we start talking about these billions of dollars. For example, Atrium has nearly $12 billion in the bank this morning. That is nearly half of the state budget for 1 year. That's how much money they have in the bank. And you should care about the fact, very simply, that they didn't get $12 billion by selling groceries or making widgets or developing software. They made $12 billion on the backs of taxpayers. And you're getting ready to hear more about that. Over the years, especially over the last 10 years, there's been a Pulitzer-nominated report that has come out from the News and Observer called Prognosis Profits. And you're about to see a lot of that over the next few minutes. Then the Assembly NC just did another recent report refreshing some of what's going on regarding the profits. I want to close my remarks by telling you that we have done everything we possibly can on the issue of how we get more out of less from our state health plan. Former Treasurer Harlan Bowles warned us about this 37 years ago. Bill Gates warned us about this 15 years ago. State Auditor Beth Wood warned us about this 12 years ago. Warren Buffett, 4 years ago, warned us about rising healthcare costs. Senator Elizabeth Warren, in a presidential debate 3 years ago, warned us about this. What are all these people in the State Employees Association has been talking about this for at least 10 years? Generally speaking, what do these organizations have in common? Especially the elected and the appointed officials. They're all Democrats. I'm not. This is not a Democrat and Republican issue. This is a moral issue. Until we break this healthcare cartel, and I was called last week and by someone who said, we'd really appreciate if you'd stop using that word. I'll tell you exactly what moment of what day that I'll stop using that word is when they stopped acting like one. Cartels control the quantity of a product. They control the quality of a product. They control your access to the product. They control the price of your product. And as you've heard over the last few weeks, if you don't pay for this product you didn't want to consume, then you're punished and your credit score is weaponized. So with that, I will just tell you the consequences of us continuing to have secret contracts in this state, our unwillingness to push the power to the consumer so the consumer can figure out the price and the value of what they're getting. The consequence of that is going to be more and more money being transferred from the citizens of this state to these multi-billion-dollar corporations who disguise themselves as healthcare companies. And I can tell you in my closing comment to you, we're now in a situation where people cannot see themselves out of their poverty, not because of acts of God, not because of acts of COVID, not because of lots of other things going on in our society right now, because of their fear and what's actually happening to them regarding rising healthcare costs.